One.
Hey everybody, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Sam. And we're
We're two
buds.
buds.
I knew we were gonna fuck that
And
up.
we review movies.
We do.
And we're gonna review a new one today.
Today we are reviewing the SpongeBob movie streaming on Paramount Plus. It is called Sponge on the Run.
And the new SpongeBob movie.
And it was fantastic.
And it was so good. It was really good.
I'm quickly gonna be like, okay, so it was directed by Tim Hill. The screenplay was written by Tim Hill. And also the story was by Jonathan Abel, Glenn Berger, and so Steven Hillenburg created SpongeBob, and he was also the voice of SpongeBob, and he died in 2018. I think that's noteworthy.
No way.
Yeah, and so this was the new voice actor for SpongeBob, and his name is Tom Kenny. But everybody else,
I thought Tom Kenny was Tom Kenny's done it the whole time.
I don't think so, man.
Steven Hillenburg just created SpongeBob, but Tom Kenny's been the guy the whole time, bro.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's like the guy that plays Patty the Pirate. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Look it up.
SpongeBob
Tom Kenny, because that's a familiar
actor.
name.
When I typed in SpongeBob voice actor died, it came up with Steven Hillenburg.
Just
I know that he's the
voice
creator.
actor.
But it's just going to say the current one. Okay, I already fucked up.
It's all right.
Hey,
everyone. This is why our podcast is our podcast.
Yeah, because we're just figuring it out.
Yeah, no, so, Tom Kenny, he's done it the whole time. He's 58.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, Tom Kenny is SpongeBob Gary, and he's also the French narrator. And so Clancy Brown is Mr. Krabs. Tim Hill is the documentary narrator guy. Bill Fagerbach is Patrick. Roger Bumpass is Squidward. Mr. Lawrence is Plankton. Aquafina is Otto. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Anyway,
if you like SpongeBob, growing up, this movie was made for you.
Oh, also Matt Berry is Poseidon, and he's also in one of my favorite shows, which is called What We Do in the Shadows. He plays a vampire.
Oh yeah, What We Do in the Shadows is funny.
And also noteworthy actors, Keanu Reeves plays a wise tumbleweed named Sage.
Made the movie.
It was fucking fantastic. It was so good.
Dude, it was kind of like what I've noted, all the the show itself is more for kids, but the three, I think they've done a total of 3 feature films. The first one, SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and then they did another one with
A Shot of Water or whatever.
Yeah, and there was that talking dolphin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they did this one.
Yeah.
And all three of them, I can they're not made for children. They're made for everyone.
They can be enjoyed by children, but
exactly.
In this one, it was clear that their demographic was also trying to hit 20-somethings who may or may not like Snoop Dogg as well.
I know.
And when Snoop Dogg showed up, I was like,
I know. I literally was like,
when
he came out, when he showed up in the movie, that's right when I texted you. I was like, okay, you need to watch this.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I'm like, are they making this for me? It's Keanu Reeves, and then 2 minutes later, it's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, it's fucking Snoop Dogg. And then Keanu Reeves shows up 8 more times.
Mm-hmm.
Super funny.
I also another noteworthy actor is Danny Trejo, who plays El Diablo. He's been
yeah, and dude, you know what I loved also? They had that they were just El Diablo.
Yes, dude, that was great. He's a very, very bad man.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah.
I also one more actor that I recognized was Tyler Peterson. He was Poseidon's assistant guy.
Oh,
Anyway.
Honestly, that part I don't remember.
No, the assistant guy that brought the snail.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. That's the last I'm gonna be listing actors, and we're gonna okay, spoilers.
Oh yeah, we spoil.
We're gonna spoil. But first of all, let's just say it's a fantastic movie, and if you haven't seen it, go watch it right now. And if you have Amazon, this is what I did. I'm just gonna let you know. I started the 30-day trial, and then I canceled it like immediately
You
after
don't
I
have
watched.
Amazon?
No. Like Paramount Plus is
Oh,
an
Paramount
add-on.
Plus.
Yeah, and I started the 30-day trial on Amazon, then I was like cancel
Oh.
after I watched the movie. Actually, I let my little brother watch it, and then I canceled it.
Oh, I just watch it online.
Yeah,
Legally, of course.
super legal. Okay, spoiler time. So, the basic premise of the movie is that SpongeBob snail named Gary, who is his beloved friend, is kidnapped by Poseidon, who is the
Literally
ruler.
Poseidon.
Yeah, like the ruler of the seven seas, and he's also like a casino owner, I guess, in this one.
It's
And
so funny.
dude, I love.
I loved his animation.
Oh
Like
yeah, it was
I thought
super
he
good.
looked
And I really thought that like the voice actor that they chose was just fantastic. Like, what's his
with
name
the
again?
voice
The
actor they chose for him.
Matt Berry. He's the guy from What We Do in the Shadows. That was just
Oh,
perfect.
okay.
Yeah. So, um, another thing that I really liked about it is that Poseidon lives in the lost city of Atlantic City, not Atlantis,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
thought
just
that was
like,
so funny.
and like for kids, that's just gonna go over their head.
Right,
But I was just
right.
like, this is fantastic.
Yeah. When they said the lost city of Atlantic City, I was like, oh my god, that's
And
so funny.
it was pretty it was pretty real to life
Yeah,
if Atlantic City was underwater and the casino owners were all like sea creatures, you know, that could
yeah,
talk and were like sentient in a certain way.
yeah.
I thought that was a nice touch. And like the thing that I've always loved about SpongeBob, and you already kind of touched on this, is that um it's marketed for kids, but it's for everybody, you know? And like even the cartoons, like if you're an adult, you could watch them and get a lot out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
One
Uh
hundred percent.
another thing before we get into reviewing the movie is that they're doing, you know how like they had the sequence of them at Camp Coral, like when they were
Oh
kids?
yeah, yep.
They're like making a spin-off series on Paramount Plus
I know.
of them as
I'm
kids.
not gonna watch it,
Probably
but
not either, but I thought it was
I think
notable.
that actually might be for kids. Like,
For sure. No, for sure.
like
I think
not like
yeah.
everyone. Like
Yeah,
we've been
I don't
saying.
think it's for us. Yeah.
But these
Um
movies for sure, like, are
fantastic. And like they're for everybody. Anybody could watch them and enjoy them,
yeah,
especially people that are our age and have the interests that we do, you know.
right.
Um the habits and the pastimes.
Dude, just freaking yeah. Like the fact that they brought out Snoop Dogg, I was like right there. I was like, okay, well they know who they're making this movie for. Like,
Hmm. And also like as I said, like kids can enjoy it, but a lot of the jokes aren't for kids, you know? Like a lot of the stuff that they were saying like would go over my head if I was a kid still.
okay, so do you have like an example? Because the movie might be a lot more fresh. Like I watched it like seems like a week ago now, and
I
then
watched it like 4 days
you
ago.
watched it like pretty recently.
Well, I think like the Atlantic City is a pretty prime example. Like if you're a kid, it's just it doesn't matter. Also, like when they were hung over after their night of partying.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was so funny.
And they woke up in the trash. And,
Yeah, they were hung
and,
over.
like Sage, otherwise known as Keanu Reeves, rolls up, and he's kind of chewing
He's
them
like,
out,
yeah.
and then he's
Oh
like,
my
it doesn't look like you're ready or that you're willing to like go through this. And Patrick's like, what are you talking about? He's like, I wouldn't trust somebody that slept in their own vomit last night. He's like, this isn't vomit, this is drool, you know,
yeah.
like it's they never
Yeah,
showed them.
it's like they're they're hung over. It's like
And like
hilarious.
SpongeBob has like the 5 o'clock shadow, you
Yeah,
know.
but that dude, they've like
They did that in the first movie
yeah, in
too.
the first movie, they like
After the Goofy Goobers thing.
they got drunk at the Goofy Goober place and like
Like they did like they ate candy or something. It wasn't like
no,
actually alcohol.
they were drinking they were
So,
at they were at the bar of the place.
drinking like root beer floats or something.
They were like smoothies or like root beer floats or something, yeah.
Yeah, but
They
like
kept having them and they progressively got more fucked up. It was so funny.
yeah. And then like there's that like in the first movie, let's like there's that whole scene of him like on the stage just like drunk, like super
That's
drunk.
what I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah.
He's like after drinking all of them, he's like, oh my god.
He's just like slurring and like, dude, it's yeah. But also, like, if you're a kid, it's like it's not too egregious that that it would be inappropriate. It would just be something you're like, I don't get this, and then they move on pretty quickly.
But like
Another,
I remember like seeing that as a kid and like not like obviously having that connection to alcohol, but like it was still hilarious.
it's still super funny, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
you know.
And then also another example that I can think of. I mean, I'm definitely missing some. Like the whole movie is loaded with like
Well, Keanu
quick
Reeves in a tumbleweed, like that in and of itself is
for
like,
sure. Snoop Dogg, like El Diablo, played by Danny Trejo. Like,
yeah.
another one is like at the very end when Poseidon like takes off his girdle and like his like
Oh, that is. Oh my.
face
Yeah.
clamps, and then like the concierge guys like this is for sure age appropriate,
Oh
and then
my
like
god.
quickly
It's
they
all
move
like fat and shit. Oh my god,
it
it's
was
so
pretty
funny.
gross. Yeah, I don't know.
So funny.
Mm-hmm. And there's also like there's gambling, not that I don't know. There's yeah, they're gambling. But I think like the main themes of the movie were friendship over everything, never give up on your friends, and like go to any lengths to protect them, which I thought was pretty cool.
Let me see if I can pull up a clip because we should do that.
Yeah. Also like what was it? Oh yeah, like I honestly like I wanted more Squidward. Like as a kid I was like Squidward's stupid. I don't understand, but now I fully understand Squidward. Like I really liked his
Oh yeah,
speech. I
yeah.
really
This
liked
dude is hilarious.
his speech on stage when he was trying to defend SpongeBob was really good. He's like, I'm really annoyed with him, but I love him, you know. And I thought that
Right.
that was I like that. It was a nice touch.
Dude, Snoop Dogg's in the trailer. I'm glad I didn't watch the trailer.
I didn't either. I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Dude, also, what'd you think about the animation?
I thought it was really really good.
I thought
I
it was great too.
I was skeptical at first because as I said in the Tom and Jerry one that we did, all these new like remakes of old cartoons, they're like making it 3D animation, and sometimes it's a swing and a miss. But I think that this one really worked out well. It was pretty seamless, especially like when they included like you know like when they're in like the old western town, and it was clear
Right.
that like the buildings were real,
Right.
you know, and then like they
And
were
then the people
animated.
were real.
Yeah, and the people were real, but it didn't seem out of place, you know? Like in Tom and Jerry, it didn't work as well as it did in SpongeBob. Like the cartoons still looked like cartoons 3D modeled into a real world, but the SpongeBob one, it was like it seemed like
Right.
they fit in the real world, you
Well,
know?
they did that in the first one too, and that was like years ago.
They
Like,
did, but like it wasn't as I mean, yeah, it was years ago, so it wasn't as seamless, you know? It was still a little bit out of place and jarring when they were in the real world. But in this
well,
one, it
yeah,
worked really
like
well.
I mean, like yeah, they would drive on like the dirt path, and there was
Hmm.
like the you know the dust behind the car. I
One
don't know.
one thing that I didn't one thing this is like probably the only critique I have of this movie is that a lot of the I guess you would say extras like the cartoons that have been in older SpongeBob's like that were shown when SpongeBob was on trial at the very end.
Right.
They weren't acting like they would in the universe of SpongeBob, like in how they were in the episodes or movies.
Okay,
Like
give me
you know the guy with like the bandana, like the really buff guy.
yeah. What's it,
Um,
Larry? Larry the crab?
no, not Larry. He's a fish. I'll pull up a picture of him.
Oh, I know. Like
He's
he's
in
like
the
a
first movie. Yeah, he's like a bad guy. He's like
yeah, he's like a bad guy.
he's the biker gang guy, and like he was like smiling at stuff and like laughing at stuff where I'm like, this isn't his like character, but I feel like that's really nitpicking, you know?
Maybe that's the point though. Maybe they were just
I don't know, man, because
throwing him in there,
but that's why I didn't like it. Like, why don't you just throw in like like
or maybe he got
not a
over.
bad
Maybe
guy?
he got over his bad evil days.
Then why was he wearing the same outfit? Why was he still a biker guy? Not that bikers are bad, but like you know what I'm saying? Like in like the in the movie and episodes that he's in, he's like a bad guy. He's like very mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's really my only critique. Um, it's just like yeah, that's not how I remembered him. Um, Another thing, this is another like nitpicky critique, is that I thought like Plankton's turnaround was like unbelievable for me growing up and watching him like
Dude, but like he's always like played the two sides. Like there have been episodes where he's been like their friend, kind of. I'm sure.
kind of, yeah, but like you
But
know
yeah,
what I'm saying.
he did turn around like and was like all like a good guy, like
Like
all of a sudden.
real quick. He's like, this doesn't feel as good as it should have.
But also like if you take into account like people that have been watching it for like years, like it worked for me. Like it like I didn't think twice about it when I was watching it.
I did. I'm just being honest. I did. But like
Okay.
I still loved it. I like the thing that they didn't have enough time to do this, and I respect that. But like if it was like this the Plankton that I remember, he would have gotten the secret recipe. He would have made his shitty version of it at the chum bucket, and then it would have failed, and then he would have been like, this isn't working. I should be nice. You know?
I don't know. Yeah.
I honestly like Sandy was like super true to how I remember her, you know.
Dude, I thought it was mostly like pretty like on point, like
I do
overall.
too. I'm
Like even
like I
though it was
said,
like a
I'm
movie and it was different animation, like when I watched it, like 10 minutes in, I was like, yeah, I'm just watching SpongeBob.
yeah, I totally agree with you. And like, as I said, like I'm nitpicking, but those are like literally the only two critiques that I can think of. The one that I'm actually like like Plankton, I understand, but like there were a couple of extras where I'm like, that's not him, like that or her. That's not how they acted in the cartoons.
Right.
I just yeah, just, it didn't it didn't click for me. That was literally
Right.
yeah, that was it. Um,
Overall, I thought it was amazing. Way better than I thought because it was not advertised that much, or maybe at least to us, like the stuff we consume, like it wasn't.
yeah, no,
Usually,
I thought it
you,
was great.
yeah, I thought it was great.
I saw one ad for it on YouTube, but I said skip ad, so I didn't actually watch it. You know.
Right.
Um.
It was all like, oh, this is out now. Okay, I'm gonna watch this, and it was like way better than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also liked like I know like it's a kids movie, so like I liked the ending where like they made Bikini Bottom like a sea snail sanctuary. I thought that was cute. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, that was nice.
yeah.
I I wish I'm gonna nitpick now for a sec. Like
Do
that,
it. Yeah, please
like
do.
that dumb song they had at the end.
Mm.
I wish they did more of like a like what they did in the first movie.
I agree.
Like make it more of like a rock song, or you know what I mean? Like it was like
More
this.
of like a parody. It was like actually being serious. Like they're like the song was serious
It
about
was
what
like a
they were
serious
saying.
like children's song. I was like, okay.
Yeah. I generally don't like it when, but SpongeBob is the exception. They've always thrown music in. I generally don't like it when they throw in a song for the sake of throwing in a song. You know, it's just like, okay. I don't like musicals. That's just me. It's just
Right.
I don't know. They don't hit home.
Dude, some musicals are really good, bro.
Like what?
I saw Aladdin with my family like 2 or 3 years ago, or like when I was in college. Maybe
Did you
like
cry?
no, but it was just so sick.
Okay. Maybe I haven't seen the right ones. Maybe I'm thinking of like
You
shitty musicals.
you just got to go in the right mind state,
Yeah.
like, and make sure there's dope visuals and like they're doing this crazy stuff on
Oh,
stage.
dude, I am not denying like the talent and like the choreography and like the work that goes into musicals. It's just not for me. It's
I'm
just
with you. Okay,
it's
I
kind of
get what you're
it's
saying.
kind of cringy for me. And not to say that like they don't have merit or value. It's just not like not everything is for everybody, and that's one thing that is not for me. It always I don't know.
Anyways, so if you watch SpongeBob, or if you have kids, or if you
If you don't have kids,
if
you're
you don't have kids, if you have a slight interest in Snoop Dogg underwater with SpongeBob, I don't know. I don't
yeah, like if you're a 20 something that may have used to watch SpongeBob or you watched a couple episodes and you enjoyed it when you were a kid, definitely watch it.
Yep.
It's like I felt like at least 3/4 of it were like, "Hey, Sam and Tyler, do you like
I felt the same way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was just like, hey, it was like, hey, here's Snoop Dogg like rapping underwater with like
Mm-hmm.
zombie people in a bar.
Yeah, no,
So
for
like what?
yeah, it's just like it's so not and like if somebody told me that that was their plan, I'd be like, that's not gonna work, and it worked. Like, see, it was so good. It worked so well. Um, yeah, dude, yeah, it was good. I think we should rate it and then maybe talk a little bit more. But I'm ready to rate it.
Buds, how many buds?
I'm gonna give it 5 out of
I'm
5,
gonna give it
dude.
5 out of 5
It
too.
was fantastic. Like I'm gonna watch it again. It was
Me
good.
too. I might watch it after we're done with this, to be honest.
It was good.
Just because I'm like in that mind state where I want to watch it.
Yeah, no, I liked it a lot. Um,
Dude,
yeah,
I
like
but what this made me think about is like I want them to do like not like SpongeBob creators, just like Hollywood in general. Like I want them to like make more like old kid stuff like for like I
dude,
can't word it. Can't word it.
like remake kids cartoons with a demographic of 20 somethings.
Exactly, or just like adults in general. But like
I
kids
mean,
can also watch it.
I can name a couple like Animaniacs have just got a
See, I never
contract for
really watched Animaniacs when I was
you
little.
done fucked up. That dude, that was one of my favorite shows. And like, dude, you could like watch Animaniacs now and enjoy it. Like the new one on Hulu, it's really really good.
Okay.
Another one that was fantastic and that I watched. I used to tape my dad. It was on late. It was Samurai Jack. It was on at like 9 p.m. on
Oh yeah.
Cartoon Network, and I had to go to bed, and so my dad would tape it on a VHS, and then I'd watch it the next day. And they made the fifth season that like closed out the whole story of Samurai Jack, and it was rated TVMA on Adult Swim. It was
No.
yes, dude. It was so good. Like it
And
was
growing up and like as a kid it was like TV like Y7 or some shit.
yes, exactly, 100%. And they made it for the kids that used to watch it, taping it on their VHS
That's
or watch
so
sticking it late.
cool.
It was really good, and it was super violent, and
That's so cool.
it was really dark. It had like a lot of very adult themes, and
Well, yeah, if it's rated TVMA, like
it was good. I mean maybe it was no, I'm pretty sure it's TVMA, but it might be TV 14, but I'm pretty sure it's TVMA. I would be
I
super
would feel like
surprised.
it's like TV 14.
I'm pretty sure.
That's really cool.
Season 5 rating.
This also made me think about. Do you know the remember when Scooby Doo live
Oh
action
no,
came
dude, it's
out?
TV. It's TV 14. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay, still
But still, it was like pretty dark.
right.
My bad. I mean, it was.
But like,
yeah.
think about it. If like Courage the Cowardly Dog came out right now, it would be like TV 14.
Oh, of course, dude. Of course, dude. That show. I used to love that show, and my mom didn't like that I watched it. And
Yeah, even though
one
it's
time my little
made for
sister
it's
watched.
made for kids.
For real, it's on Cartoon Network at like the kids' time. And one time my little sister watched it, and she was like so scared. And then like my mom was kind of mad at me for a while because she was like, "You shouldn't be watching this." I was like, it's good. I also really like.
It is creepy though.
I think that they should remake like the Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh, well, that's like for adults. Period.
But it was marketed for kids. Dude, Cartoon Network had a moment there where they were like, we're throwing caution to the wind.
Yeah, they really did.
They
really did.
There's another one I was just thinking about that they should remake. Oh, fuck. Give me a sec. Talk for a sec.
Yeah, Adventures of Billy and Mandy was hilarious. But this also made me think about when they made the live action Scooby Doo, like in like 2002 or whatever. That movie was originally supposed to be rated R and like to be like shown to adults only, which is like I thought was hella funny. And this kind of made me think about that. But I just want them to do more.
And the bad guy from Scream was Shaggy, which was really cool.
Well, yeah, but then he played Shaggy for years.
Yeah, like, but like
on like the animated series too.
Yeah, but still, I don't know.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I like that dude. Yeah, he's like the best Shaggy. I love those movies. That's funny.
I'm blanking on this other one that I think that they should remake, but it'll come back to me. Maybe after we're done, and I'm gonna be like, damn it, should have remembered.
Oh,
but
yeah, but Adventures of Billy and Mandy was like, yeah, because it was like the dumb kid, like Billy, and Mandy was like his sister, and then
no, a friend, not a sister. Not a sister.
Oh, yeah, friend.
Yeah, and she was like nihilistic and like super, super pessimistic and just like a super dark. And then like the Grim Reaper was a Jamaican guy, right?
What was his name?
Grim.
It was just Grim, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the parents were like, "Why you?" They never were like, "Why you hanging around with like the kiss of death?" Just like happened.
Do you remember Fairly Odd Parents?
Mm-hmm.
That was good too.
It was good, and then it went really far downhill.
Well, they tried to do too much.
They did. I can tell you when it went like kind of off. When Wanda and Cosmo had kids, I was like, "This is bullshit." It
Oh
was
yeah,
so
that's like I think that's when I grew out of it too.
well. It was just like the thing that I liked about it is you could watch any episode and know what was going on, and then after that happened, it was like you had to know what happened the episode before. Which those shows are cool, but as a kid, like you don't have time to like, and especially like with the
Right,
infrastructure that it
right,
was when it was coming out, like no, not everybody had TiVo or whatever. I didn't have TiVo for a while, so
right,
like I didn't know, and then I was like watching. I'm like, who is this? Like, what
right.
happened? I don't know.
Dude, you know what they should make?
What?
Like revamp again. Jimmy Neutron.
Oh yeah,
Jimmy Neutron has the potential to be very adultish.
yeah. I mean, I think
Maybe.
I think with Jimmy Neutron, like they had so many spin-offs and like so much I think that like it's reached its end. And
Well,
like
they already made like a movie theater. Like I remember seeing that movie in the movie theaters.
that was the first thing. That was the first Jimmy Neutron, was the movie, and then they made the show.
No.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, really?
Yep. I could go. I'm like 95% sure. I may be wrong.
Well, yeah, that's I didn't know about the show until after the movie, but if that's the case, then that makes sense.
Okay. Okay, so what happened is that they released they released the pilot on September 7th, 1998, just the pilot, and then that was it for 3 years, and then the film came out in December 21st, 2001. So I was kind of correct. And then like the first season,
2001?
yeah,
Fuck.
the first season of the show was released in July 20th, 2002. So like I never saw the pilot. I think the pilot was um
Dude, that movie was great. What was the first movie you saw in theaters? I think mine was Tarzan. That's like the first one in my
the
memory
first like that I saw, or that I
that
was
you
like
remember, like that you saw and like went to see as a kid, like in the movies.
I know that the first movie that I was in the theater for, but I was not watching it, was Toy Story. I wasn't like, I was like maybe like 2 months old or
Oh, you
something.
don't remember? Yeah, but like that you remember.
I couldn't tell you. Um,
I remember.
I remember seeing Milan in theaters.
Oh, what? Really?
Mm-hmm.
That might have been your first one.
Maybe. But yeah, I was 3 at that time. I remember seeing that. I remember the dragon.
I remember seeing Phantom Menace, the first Star Wars, like episode 1.
Oh yeah, I remember those too. I mean,
And I like,
as a kid they were great, but like now I recognize that they were kind of trash. I don't know. The third one's really good.
dude, honestly, if you like think about it,
The first one's pretty bad.
most the first like the original trilogy is good. Like if you watch it like objectively as a story,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
but like the new ones they just released were not
No,
nearly as good.
and like when I saw them, I was like, that was good. And then like the more I thought, like it's yeah, they weren't really that. I mean, they were better than the prequels. I'll say that. It's not a high bar. I mean, that dude, we're going down a rabbit hole.
The
We're
prequels
not
had
even talking
better.
about.
I
We're
know,
not
I
talking.
know. One more thing about this: the prequels had the best lightsaber fights, though.
Mm,
Yeah, 100. Like Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting on the lava
I said the
planet.
third one was good, but that was like the only part that was good at the very end of the third one, in my opinion.
I don't
Also,
know.
like I think the third one, they really, in my opinion, they it was a swing and a miss on fully explaining Anakin's um what's it called?
Turn to the dark side.
Yeah, like his reasoning was like kind of, it was like, okay, like your wife died like that, and then he was like, I'm very sad and angry, and then that was it. They didn't really explain
he
it.
kills his wife. He kills Padme.
Yeah, so his wife
in order, like, thinking he's saving her, but he actually
yes, yeah, I know, yeah, but like what I'm saying, like they didn't explain that. Like they were just like, yeah, it's just gonna, he's sad now, he's sad boy.
He was already kind of. Anyways,
He was a bit, yeah. Like let's back to Sponge on the Run.
That guy isn't even that bad of an actor if you watch him in other stuff. So, anyways,
What other stuff?
he's in like that like movie with T.I. where they're like they're like bad guys, but they're like good. I don't know. It's called like Takers, I think. And then he's in that other one where he's also a bad. I don't know. Maybe he is a shit actor. I don't know.
He doesn't, in my opinion, he doesn't have any range. He's just like, he's like, he doesn't. His facial expressions are always like he did. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's a better actor than I am, but I'm also I'm not a fucking actor. So
right. Okay, back to Sponge on the Run. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, that was a rabbit hole. I don't know how we got to Star Wars. Oh yeah, you asked what was the first movie we remember?
That's this podcast, though. So
yeah, we're just gonna go down some rabbit holes sometimes. Yes, 5 out of 5, fantastic, loved it. Like front to back, a great movie. Like the only critiques I had were, and they're so small. Like the extras didn't act in my mind how I remembered them, but like who cares? It was still
it's an amazing movie.
Yeah, it was good. Definitely watch it.
It's good.
And dude, like another thing about Keanu Reeves is that like, and this goes back to the point that like the movies and the show, they're really making it. It's marketed for kids, but it's for everybody. Everybody loves Keanu Reeves. Everybody. Like
everyone loves Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, not everybody.
Okay, but most people.
Anybody I would like to associate loves Snoop Dogg. You know, like that's everybody that I know loves Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg does everything.
Yeah, dude. Oh, speaking of Snoop Dogg, this is like another tangent. But did you see like he's on Twitch now, which is like the video game streaming thing,
right?
And he lost it. I think it was Madden or 2K. I think it was Madden. He lost a game in Madden, and he got so mad, he rage quit and left the stream on for like 14 hours. Just like he just left his video game room and like slammed the door, and then it was just on for 14 hours, and people were like,
hella high Snoop Dogg. He's just like
he's like, fuck. Yeah. He got he like threw his. He just got really mad. I don't know if he threw his controller. But he left, and like there's just people on like the chat just like Snoop. I don't know. I thought that was funny.
That is really funny. I'm gonna have to watch that when we stop.
Yeah. Another piece of media that Snoop Dogg is involved in that if you haven't seen it, you definitely should see it.
We're almost done, folks.
I'm sorry.
No.
This is important to get out into the world. If you haven't seen Snoop Dogg narrating Planet Earth, you need to.
I've seen it.
It's so good. It's so funny. It's so funny. Like especially like the lizard and the snake one. He does like 3 of them, but the lizard and the snake one is so good.
Oh my god. That is really funny. You're right. Mm-hmm. Okay, right. Sponge on the Run, 5 out of 5. Amazing film.
So good.
And I want them to keep making SpongeBob movies like this.
I was thinking that maybe like at the end of the podcast we should pick the movie together. Like right now. Let's pick the next movie.
That's gonna be hard because we're gonna be like,
come on. You can do it.
I guess we could, but then we're locked in. But if you want to be locked in, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, if people are watching this and they make it all the way to this part.
But like, if we don't choose it, like, we can just like do one whenever we want, you know, like.
That's true, but I think it'd be well. Let's just try it, and then if we don't like it, we won't do it.
Okay, let me hold up.
Dude, I think we should watch Nobody.
Hold up.
So that comes out March 26th. Well, we're gonna watch that.
It's March 10th. We don't know.
I know, but we're gonna watch that when it comes out.
We're also gonna watch 4-Hour Justice League when that comes out. I know you don't want to, but
I don't want to.
What you don't want to see R-rated like dope Justice League? Like
it's gonna be bad, but okay, I'll try it. I know that all like everybody like people are up in arms about it, that it's gonna be fantastic. If you need to re-release a movie, swing and a miss.
Well,
Sorry.
Well, you obviously don't know the story.
Dude, I don't like.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, and it's a heartfelt story. So you're gonna so Zack Snyder, original director, had
producer
for the film. His daughter commits suicide.
Oh shit!
Midway through filming,
okay,
they bring in an Avengers director,
and he
to be like,
oh,
make it like a Marvel movie. But that's not what they were going for. That's why it was so fucked up. They axed 80% of the movie, and then made it like they tried to make it like a Avengers, and it didn't work because like.
Okay.
So now
I look like an asshole.
Now what's coming out is like the original.
A 4-hour movie is the original cut? Are you kidding me? A 4-hour movie?
No, but like Zack Snyder came back and like revamped it, and is like, okay.
So like the thread that I'm missing, like of course that's horrible that his daughter committed suicide, and of course he had to go deal with that as a father. If the original cut is 4 hours movie long, like is 4 hours long, like I don't know, man. Like who's gonna sit in a theater for 4 hours?
Well, I think also they have to like. The reason why it's so long is because I think they have to like fix certain things that I don't know.
Like before you like, I still think that this is like true for me. Like, I appreciate that it's not how it was intended to be, but like I still have this like why 4 hours, and then also, in my opinion, when you repeat a punchline of a joke, it means it wasn't funny. When you repeat a movie and you re-release it, it means that the first one wasn't good.
Right.
And so it's just in my mind, I don't really have a whole like. I'll watch it because like
they're redoing Suicide Squad too.
No, dude, no. Like that's so dumb. Like,
well, like I don't know if they're redoing it, but it's just called Suicide Squad again. But it's like a totally different movie, and it's gonna be R-rated.
Why don't they make it a different name? Like because like my issue is that Suicide Squad was so bad. I paid money to see it in theaters, and we
saw that together.
It was really bad. It didn't make sense. It was choppy. It was like anyway, like
anyway, okay. SpongeBob, Sponge on the Run, 5 out of 5. We're gonna keep talking off the air.
Yeah. Okay. And also people, if you really want to see the Zack Snyder thing, go see it. Don't like I'm gonna watch it because Tyler wants me to watch it. I'm a cynical guy, and I just like I don't have much tolerance for things that I don't like the first time. You know, so like I'll watch it and give it a chance. But like
that's where we differ. Like here I am all pumped up, they're remaking it. And Sam's like all like fuck.
You and my little brother, it's just I don't know, man.
All right. Signing off. Sponge on the Run, 5 out of 5.
See you later.
See you later.